Hello, guys. It is Kate here from Hello Funnels, and welcome back to the Doing It Online podcast. And welcome back to a brand new year. I love a new year. It's like new sheet day, but times 100. I love that feeling of possibility. I love sitting down and mapping out our goals, reverse engineering those goals, getting excited. And I hope you guys are vibing with that too. And so this month, we're going to be spending a bit of time sharing some of our own sort of practices and rituals and planning strategies and tools that we use both in our own business and also with our clients to help them to plan out those goals, like I said, and reverse engineer them and have like a really, really clear path forward so you know exactly what you need to be doing and when to hit those goals. Because I think when you have that in place, it's always one of the most powerful things for our clients, on top of the creating the funnels and all that other stuff we help them do, but just having that clarity and having that roadmap to follow is, I think, priceless. So I wanted to, again, not going to go as in depth. We obviously can't because we're not working with you guys directly, but I'm just going to share some of the highlights of that process. And hopefully this is going to be really useful for you in planning out your year as well. So today I wanted to actually start with our 90-day scoreboard. So the scoreboard, this is this part of the planning process we do with our clients every quarter. And this is just a really brilliant tool for allowing you to step back and remove all the emotion, remove the subjectivity, and just be able to look at your business in black and white and be like, okay, this is a bit working, this is a bit that isn't, this is what I should be focusing on. And then if you start doing this process every 90 days, it allows you to actually, again, removing that emotion, removing that entrepreneur amnesia that seems to happen whenever we do achieve a goal because we move the milestone, but allowing you to see as you are growing, how you are progressing. And I think that as well is really motivating throughout the year to have something other than just number of sales, dollars in the bank, to be your guidepost and to be an indicator that you are doing the right thing, you are on the right track. This scoreboard, we have it in sort of a digital format for people to fill out, but you guys listening, you can just do it pen and paper style. It's really, really simple. I'm basically going to ask you a series of 15 questions and, do it alongside. So what I'd recommend you do it is have this podcast, grab a piece of paper, and then just hit pause in between each question so you can give yourself a score. So as I said, I'm going to ask you 15 questions about your business, and I want you to score yourself on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being not at all, 10 being, yep, great, done, sorted, amazing, and 5 being okay, it's there, it's okay. So go with your first reaction, go with your gut reaction. This is not a place for perfectionism, but basically what you're going to do is you're going to write down 15 scores out of 10, and then you're going to give yourself a total out of 150. And the real goal of this is that when you check in next time, another 90 days, that whatever that number is, it should now be higher because that means you've made improvements in areas of your business. So we're not expecting you to have 150 out of 150 right now, or really ever. There's always areas of business that can be improved. But what we want to see is that number is growing. So even if you're starting at a number and it's 32, great, that's your number. That doesn't mean you're bad. That doesn't mean you're wrong. That doesn't mean you're broken. That just means where you're starting. Maybe next time it'll be 40 something or 50 something. Amazing. It's just I find at least, a really, really amazing tool. So you got a pen, got a piece of paper. You ready? Awesome. Let's dive right on in. So the very first question is, my offer sells easily. So it's not really a question, it's a statement. But the first statement is, yes, my offer sells easily. Rate yourself out of 10. Done that? Okay. Question number 2. My pricing feels really good. Okay. Question number 3. My offer is profitable. Question number 4. I make offers and next step invitations every day. Question 5. My content schedule is consistent and high value. 6. My list is nurtured. Number 7. My list is growing. Number 8. My paid ads are working if you're using them. If you're not using paid ads, just feel free to give yourself 10 out of 10 out of that one, because we don't want to, warp your score for no reason. Next, my launches convert well. Next question, my launches run like clockwork. Next question, my evergreen funnel is making sales. Next, my sales feel reliable. Next, my clients are loving my program. Next, my clients are getting great results. 2 to go. My team feels supportive. And final question, my systems feel supportive. So that's it, guys. Very, very simple. So now tally it up, write down your number. And I said, ideally, you would keep what your score is for each of those questions and the number at the bottom. And then you come back and, bookmark this episode if you want. Come back and ask yourself those questions again in 90 days' time and see how you've grown. But hopefully that will just give you a really good indicator of, yes, you got your score now, but you can also see those areas where you've scored the lowest. And those are the areas, you're going to pick a couple of those. If there's a bunch of them, you're not going to get them all done at once, but pick the ones that feel the most important, focus on those in those next 90 days, and then come back and score yourself again. So if this has been useful, guys, if you're going to do this, please, please, please let us know. If you're watching the video, pop it in the comments below, or if you're listening to the audio version, you can DM us over at Hello Funnels. We would love, love, love to hear what you think about this process. Share your score if you want, if you're feeling brave, or just share how it made you feel, or if there's any ahas that came out of it. I'd love to hear. Love it even more if you could share this with a business bestie. It really, really helps us to get the word out when you share these. But other than that, guys, I hope it's been useful. Hope you've got some great ahas, and look forward to sharing more of our planning process in the next episode. I'll see you then. Bye.